Hello, and welcome back to another tutorial video in regards to the MW Futures Liquidity Scalper. This video is more actually going to be in regards to how backtesting and deep backtesting works and how you actually should do it compared to how a lot of people are doing it, and a lot of people are actually doing it wrongly because they interpret the results of the back testing strategy tester from TradingView wrong, or they use it wrongly. They don't have the right settings to actually see, okay, is this correct? Am I using this correct? And well, this is the first video of a few videos that's going to be made around deep backtesting. And this first video, we will talk a little bit about what is actually being calculated in the strategy tester, how you should use the right settings for actually realistic results, and what you should pay attention to actually figure out, are these results reliable? Are they trustworthy? So to start off, we have to actually talk a little bit about a programmable concept within PineScript, within TradingView strategies and indicators. So you might have already heard of these terms once or twice, but we're going to talk about redrawing. Well, what is redrawing? Redrawing is a concept within PineScript where, for example, an EMA is being constantly calculated. But if your entry mechanisms rely on these calculations and your bar is not completely closed, that means that it could give a false entry signal. For example, let's say that right now at this bar over here, we see that there is a crossover of these EMA lines, right? During this time, it is possible that in this candle, at the beginning, it was under the EMA line, and only when it actually crossed on the close, we knew that the EMA line crossed, right? I know that this is a very strange concept, but due to the fact that redrawing is a concept within Pine, it's a very technical thing. But in short, it can give you false entries. And most of the indicators that are on PineScript that use MACDs, RSIs, all those kinds of indicators instead of price action technicals, they most of the time will give you a false perception of how good that strategy actually is. Because the redrawing mechanic kind of gives a false perception on the actually profitability factor in the backtesting results. So it could say, yeah, we have a 1 million profit, and in the end it was actually not even close to that. So yeah, that is something to be very careful about. For your information, there is no redrawing in the MW Futures Liquidity Scalper because we do not really make use of the EMA lines for our entries. We only make use of these lines for our bias direction, as you might already have seen in the earlier videos of this whole tutorial series. So that is in regards to redrawing and what you should be paying attention to if you are using the strategy tester. Next to being aware of the redrawing feature, feature, more like a thing that is being mishandled by a lot of programmers, we have in the settings, we have in the properties an option called using bar magnifier. Now, and the tooltip says on historical bars, use more precise lower time frame price action for more realistic results. What does that mean? So right now, these candles have an open, a close, a low, and a high. But we cannot, on this time frame, see what happened on the lower time frame. I mean, yes, it could be that it literally went like open, low, high, close, but most of the times that's not happening. Like there's a lot of volatility in between, and it's just if you only calculate your entries and exit based on that, then you will have a false perception as well. Because perhaps if you had an entry on the open here, and you, for example, would have a short, uh, or let's say we would have a long, and your stop loss would be at the open after we went down. So we go down, then we go up, and then we close over here, right? So if your entry would have been here and your stop loss would have been here, for example, it would calculate that entry and take profit as a win. But we don't know if that actually happens. What could have happened was that we first went up and we entered, for example, on that open. Then we went down, hit our stop loss, and then we went back up to close out. And that is basically what bar magnifier does. So bar magnifier, what it does when you are on the 1 minute time frame, which you only should be using the MW futures liquidity scalper on the 1 minute time frame, it makes use of it actually calculates your orders on the 5-second chart instead of the 1 minute chart. So this is why you should make use of bar magnifier. It is only available in the Pro plan. So yes, it gives you a way more confidence in knowing that your strategy does what it actually should do. But if you don't have the money for it, then it's up to you if you really want to use it. I would highly suggest getting the Pro plan and using the bar magnifier, because you are sure that the results that are being performed here in regards to entries and exits are accurate. All right, so that's about the bar magnifier. For your information, if you want, I also have an affiliate link with TradingView. If you haven't had a plan with them before, then you can get 15%, $15 discount on your first Pro plan. The link for that is in the description or in the Discord. Okay, next thing that you should also have, and this is all these things, by the way, are by default enabled in the settings if you add the MW Future Liquidity Scalper to your chart. So these are enabled, they shouldn't be checked off. On bar close. So if you do not enable this, there will be the on-bar close and the calculate on every tick are a little bit of the same. But for your information, if you use a strategy, always try to use on-bar close. Why? Because it just gives you way more accurate. The same with the bar magnifier, it gives you a way better view of what is actually being done. And it gives you way better realistic results. As for calculate on every tick, don't never ever use this in a strategy, because it calculates literally every tick of a candle, and you do not want that in a strategy. You can use it with an indicator, but you don't want to use it with a strategy, because with a strategy it will give, again, or exits and entries on your backtesting results that would actually corrupt your, well, the outcome of the whole strategy. So with that being said, these are the first few things that I wanted to talk about with you. So the redrawing, be aware of that when you are using strategies that make use of EMAs, RSIs for entries, that most of the times those strategies give false results in the backtesting strategy tester of TradingView due to the redrawing mechanic. what a lot of programs don't handle correctly. The second, what we talked about, is using the bar magnifier, for which you do need the TradingView Pro plan, but it is way more than worth it if you want to know for sure that the results of your strategy are actually correct. And what I also showed you, I'll also use the on bar close, and never ever use these settings on a strategy with entries. Just don't do it. And yeah, that is it for now. In the next video, we will talk a little bit more about the strategy tester itself. And we will also be talking about the deep backtesting feature. And that is how you actually will be going to tweak the MW Futures Liquidity Scalper according to a model that will fit your needs. I know that this was a bit of a boring video, but the 3 points that I discussed are very much required to be understood to a certain degree. Because I want you to be safe, I don't want you to use somebody's strategy or indicator that gives you / promises you false results. So that will be that. Like I said, next video we will talk about more the actually strategy tester and the deep backtesting feature. For these you will also need a TradingView subscription, but they are more than worth it in the long run because they will give you a sense of trust in the script when you are actually going to trade it. So for now, thank you for your time, and I will see you in the next video in regards to the actually backtesting and how you should use it correctly. So see you then. Bye bye.